How does climate change impact bird species in North America? If you're curious about how climate change is affecting the bird species in North America, you're about to find out some crucial information. Let's break it down step by step. Climate change is having a significant impact on bird populations across North America. One of the key findings from recent studies is that climate change is the biggest threat to these birds, even more so than other factors like pesticides, pollution, and habitat loss. Common birds such as sparrows have seen a decline of about 2.5% over the past 35 years. While this might not seem drastic, it's a steady trend that's projected to continue, with declines of 1 to 3% expected by the end of the century. However, specialist birds and migratory birds are in a much more precarious situation. These birds have specific habitat and diet needs, making them more vulnerable to changes in their environment. For example, the red-cockaded woodpecker and the spotted owl are at greater risk due to their specialized requirements. Climate change is responsible for about 5% of their decline between 1980 and 2015, and this could rise to up to 16% by 2099. Migratory birds are also facing significant challenges. Their generations-long migration patterns are being disrupted as they try to adapt to changing temperatures and habitats. These birds are migrating earlier and flying farther north, but they often find conditions at their destinations are not what they expect, making survival harder. Habitat destruction is another major issue. Droughts, intense storms, and frequent wildfires are destroying natural habitats at an alarming rate. For instance, the greater sage-grouse is losing up to 94% of its habitat due to these climate-related events. The rising temperatures are also altering the availability of food and resources for birds. This can lead to malnutrition and increased susceptibility to diseases like the West Nile virus, which is spreading more easily due to warmer weather and long droughts. Many bird species are being forced to move north and east to escape the heat, affecting their breeding grounds and overall population dynamics. For example, over 70 bird species, including woodpeckers, hawks, and green jays, are shifting their habitats in search of cooler and more hospitable environments. The National Audubon Society has studied the impact of different temperature scenarios on North American birds. Their findings indicate that 2/3 of these birds are at risk of extinction if global temperatures continue to rise. Specifically, Arctic bird species are the most vulnerable, with 100% considered highly vulnerable to climate change. In summary, climate change is affecting North American bird species in multiple ways, from habitat destruction and resource scarcity to disrupted migration patterns and increased disease susceptibility. It's clear that urgent action to mitigate climate change is essential to protect these bird populations.